I've been super busy here lately, and what's up, YouTube? So I have been entirely too busy here lately to even record any videos, and honestly, every time I've recorded the last two or three videos has been almost on the exact same day or the day before that it gets uploaded. And honestly, I kind of hate doing it that way. I like kind of planning things ahead of time and recording it, editing it. I like having a few days between all of that and then posting the video and having another video lined up and all of that. So right now it's really hectic for me. Obviously, it's breeding season, but breeding season doesn't normally take time away from reptiles. So right now, my time is being taken away from reptiles because I have so many other things going on. It's also summer, and I'm trying to spend a lot of time with my family because that's kind of how summer goes. And with that said, I also have the project. I don't know if people might have watched it already, but I did mention that I had a project going where I was expanding this building. Well, I started that project, and essentially a lot of time is going towards that because that's usually where my mornings go. And right now it's about 100 degrees outside every day, and I can't be outside longer than a couple hours or else I'll pass out. And with that said, this building is very poorly cooled, and it's not poorly cooled. If it wasn't for all these reptiles in here, it'd probably be just about 70 in here. That's what I have it set at. But because there's so many heat bulbs in here and all of the heat that's in here is just kind of building up, I have the thermostat at 70 and the building is kept at 80. So that's pretty bad. And that's another reason why I'm expanding it so I can add more thermostats and kind of spread out where everything's going to be. Or not thermostats, but add more cooling, more mini splits, and essentially is what I'll be doing. Right now, I am in a 200 square foot building. It's tiny. It works for what I have, but it does not work for what I need. And currently, I have probably about 200 animals in here in 200 square foot, and every animal essentially is stacked up high. I mean, like I think the biggest rack I have, like there's a rack behind this rack that's probably so I never planned on getting this rack. I just planned on having a little PVC rack but eventually, I started breeding bigger and bigger, getting bigger into snakes, and essentially now I needed this rack. But the rack behind this rack is probably, I want to say, 8 feet tall, and these two racks on behind the camera are 8 feet tall, and these two racks over here are about six. Uh, no, they're about 88 inches tall, so a little over a little over 6 feet. So things are, it's like 6.5 feet. So things are pretty. No, that's wrong. 6.5 feet, 8 feet. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. They're tall. That's it. They're tall. Everything's tall. Everything's taking up a lot of space. And right now, all of my storage is being done up there on this little mezzanine I have. I'll show you guys. It's not like unorganized. Everything's pretty organized in here. It's just that everything's cluttered. And I have mild OCD. And while I like organization, I hate clutter. And right now, I have organization with clutter, and it's bugging me out. And it's partially another reason why I'm not in here a lot is because I literally just get stressed out walking in here now because of how many things I have in this building right now. And that's obviously my fault. And that's another reason why I'm doing it. It's my fault. I need to take action. I need to make sure that the building gets built. Um, so currently we're in 200 square foot. The building that I'm doing next door to this building is going to be about 600 square foot. And I'm actually opening up this building and opening up a wall and connecting it to the other building. So essentially it's going to be about 800 square foot total. And it'll be a lot easier to maintain everything because everything's going to be spread out. With that said, I'm not going to be adding anything else to the building. If anything, I'm going to be spreading things out because like I said, everything's cluttered right now. I mean, every single bearded dragon rack is practically touching. I have probably, it's this wall and then half of this wall that's being taken up with bearded dragon enclosures. And then the other half is practically the baby rack. I know you guys probably like trying to imagine how it looks. I'm not gonna show all that. I hate the clutter in here. It's honestly, it stresses me out. right now I'm filming this video, I'm just keep looking around and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm about to explode. And then because of all that, I used to have the snake rack over there where the baby bearded dragon rack is, but because of that, I had to put the snake rack over here in front of the other rack. And now in order for me to get to the other rack, I have to keep moving this rack out of the way. And it just becomes a huge ordeal for no reason. And anytime I have anything going on where whether I'm building enclosures or I'm building snake racks or rat racks, or even if I'm just vending a reptile show, I usually have a bunch of stuff on the ground that I keep taking out and bringing out for the builds. Or if I'm doing a reptile show, I'll take a bunch of stuff and leave a bunch of extra stuff on the floor while I leave. And then when I come back, I have to clean up everything because, again, the next morning I come out here and clean up or feed the animals and make sure the animals are okay. So now I have to all this clutter on the floor, and it just, like I said, stresses me out. So that's partially why I'm building that. Now, long story short, because of that, I need to sell some animals. And I've mentioned this before. I usually do not like putting any of my money into expanding this business or investing into this business because at this point, the business should be self-sufficient. And it is self-sufficient. Everything that's in here is paid for by everything that's in here. However, now everything that's in here has to pay for everything that's in here and everything that's going on out there to add to the building. So it is self-sufficient. Now it just has to be self-sufficient plus. So therefore, I have to sell some animals, and some of the animals that I'm deciding on selling are pretty high ticket animals because obviously I want to pay for this project as quickly as possible. So if you see anything you like, you want to make an offer. I know you guys probably already saw that I was selling my Paradox. That was the first thing I needed to sell to pay for the project because just in concrete alone, it's like $1,500. So I did sell my Paradox bearded dragon, and now I have a bunch of other stuff. I'm probably going to list my Wiro, some adult female bearded dragons. I'm probably going to list some of these holdback snakes that I have from this year, possibly some from last year. Yeah, and probably some adult ball pythons too, because as of right now, it's looking like I'm probably gonna need like 15 to 20 grand for that building, and I'm doing everything myself minus the bricklaying. I can't trust myself to do bricklaying because it's kind of tedious and it requires patience, which I don't have, and so everything is being done by me minus the brick. So that's where I'm saving a lot of the money. This could have easily been a $50,000 building if it wasn't for me doing it all myself. And I've already started doing everything. I've already dug out everything. I'm about to put in the concrete either this weekend or next weekend, depending on when the people can come out and whenever I can get help. Because like concrete, you can do it yourself, but you're gonna need extra hands. And that's technically where I'm in right now. So that's an update of where I'm at. And like I apologize, I haven't really been making videos like I should be. I know you guys are probably expecting 2 videos a week on Tuesday and Friday. That's usually when I post everything. But I've just been super busy, and honestly, all I've been able to do is 1 video a week, and it's really kind of like terrible videos. I haven't. I kind of just rush into it. I don't even set the camera up right. I don't even make sure the lightings are all right. I don't even make sure all that's good before I start recording because I kind of just want to rush into it and get it over with. And that's not how it should be. I should be doing this because I like doing this, not to get get it over with, done and done. You know. So yeah, I gotta sell some animals, and probably after this video goes up on Friday, I'll probably have everything updated on the website, and you'll see what's for sale. And I don't like selling stuff because a lot of, like, especially adult animals, I don't like selling them because I've kind of already grown attached to them, and I don't like not being attached to the animals, or being detached from those animals that I've grown attached to. And all of these animals that I kept have names, except for the ball pythons. Not every ball python has names. I have some that are named. I have Joy. I had one that I named Pride, but that's besides the point. But yeah. So that's what's gonna happen. If you see something you like, let me know. Cool. All right. Well, if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything that I put out in the future. As always, peace.